I'm Morgan from Pack Hacker, and in this video we're taking a look at the Chrome Industries Kadet Slide Sling, which I've been testing for 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, hit subscribe so that we can continue making content that helps you travel smarter. Let's jump in. So the outside of this sling is made from a 1050D nylon with a PU backing, which basically just makes it very nice and durable. It also gives it a nice amount of weather protection as well, so that if you get caught out in the rain, you don't have to worry as much. The overall material feels very much so like a canvas, very similar to like the Jan Sports backpacks. The zippers are also like YKK, and as you can see, this is the main compartment zipper. It has a AquaGuard coating to really help with weather resistance, but the front compartment right here is not so fortunate, but it does have like a nice zipper dock where you can kind of secure that, and that will help kind of prevent any moisture from getting in. On the sides and the bottom, you can kind of see there are compression straps so that you can really like cinch this down to get like a very compact and slim form factor. And all of the compression straps also have like this little bit of material that acts kind of like as like a reflective point to help with visibility at night. And then there are two more here at the bottom. And then on the back, there's also a dedicated section for a U-lock storage. So you can store that when you don't need, like when you're riding or in commute and you don't need to have it like dangling around. It's nice to have like a dedicated section for that. So with a sling this size, one thing that I did kind of notice throughout the testing is there's no like dedicated grab handle, which was not like a huge issue, but it definitely made like picking up and handling this bag a little bit more annoying just because of like the size of it. The shoulder strap is nicely padded. It has like this dedicated foam padding with a little bit of mesh for added breathability. And then the strap itself is nicely wide and has this like seatbelt finish, seatbelt-like material, which also does like a really good job of adjusting. This is their swappable buckle, which you can basically detach this and replace with any of their other customizable, like different colors, different emblems, different styles, all sorts of different like swappable buckles that you can do. This is the one that came with it, and this one does not detach. So you have to kind of put it over your head in order to get it on and wear it cross body style, which is kind of annoying. But more so, I'd say like this piece right here, this is like a dedicated bottle opener, which is pretty cool. But this piece kind of moves and you can adjust it nicely, but the metal tends to like make a lot of noise for some reason. So something to keep in mind. So this is what it looks like on. It has like a pretty decent form factor. It's pretty comfortable, especially with the padded shoulder strap. The only benefit to this specific buckle that I mentioned earlier that I can see is, while it doesn't detach, when it's locked down like this, it prevents any slippage from the strap. But in order to adjust it, I think if you pull it up like this, you can more easily like adjust it and slide it. So I don't know if that's like an intentional feature or not, but I did find this to be helpful, especially like I trying to adjust it with the back on. And then as you can kind of see, here is a buckle, and you can attach this stabilizer strap to it so that you can kind of ensure it's like a little bit more stable, especially if you're like biking around. So the front compartment has just a single zipper with this zipper dock, which works really well. It's pretty smooth. Like I mentioned before, there's really no AquaGuard coating on this, so I would be careful if you expect to get caught in the rain. I wouldn't store anything that's like a little bit delicate or sensitive to moisture or water in this specific pocket. But this has like a nice amount of capacity to it. So like you can kind of see it takes up about this entire front section. And so like in here, just have snacks, of course, hand sanitizer, gum, and lip balm. And so as you can see, it is just a nice sectioned off area to store quick access items, everyday essentials, that kind of thing. There's no organization in this pocket, so that's something to keep in mind. So anything in here will kind of just like fumble around loosely. And because this pocket isn't really, it's not padded, I would be careful with putting like sensitive items like sunglasses or even a phone. I was hesitant to put that in here, especially with some of the other like contents. I mean, I don't expect a phone to get like dented or scratched by like hand sanitizer, but because everything is kind of just loose in this pocket, something to keep in mind. So then the main compartment has dual zippers, and they come around to the sides in order for like a nice overview. And so inside, it's got like a nice amount of space in it. So I just have a dummy Nintendo Switch, and then it has a minor degree of like organization with this like panel here on the very back. And I have a portable power bank in this big, like fairly massive slip pocket. And this isn't padded either. The only padding really is like this right here. And I also have field notes journal and a wallet and a pair of headphones, AirPods. And so as you can kind of see, it's just like a nice slip pocket. You can fit up to a 7-inch tablet in this specific pocket, I believe, but it's not padded. So I would just be careful. And if I were going to store a tablet in here, I would put the screen facing backwards, just because that's where like the dense foam padding is to protect the screen basically. And then next to that are just 2 more stylus or pen pockets. And then here on this side, there's a little carabiner, which feels like it's made out of like a very nice sturdy metal for you to clip your keys onto. That way you can keep them nice and secure. But then the rest of this basically just acts as like a nice area to dump all of your extra gear and stuff like that. Thanks to the compression straps, it expands a nice amount so that you can fit a good amount of gear in here. It almost functions as like a little messenger bag, but when you don't need that much stuff, you can cinch it down with the compression straps to make it closer to a larger sling, I would say. And that works really, really well too. So there you have it, the Chrome Industries Kadet Slide Sling. Thanks for keeping it here at Packhacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next video.